We were looking at this problem wherein they have asked us to find out L for which the circuit resonates at a frequency of 500 radians per second. Fine. Very similar to the problems that we have solved earlier. Fine. In previous problem, let me just take you there. See here. Here they had asked us to uh, show that if R is positive, the circuit would never resonate. So we had to see what value of R we would get at resonance. So for that, what did we do? We considered the admittances, right? Okay, and we made susceptance zero at resonance, and we saw the value of R, and it happened to be negative. That's why we said positive it won't resonate. And for positive R, it won't resonate. Okay, so this is a way we find out the circuit parameters at resonance. So there's now in similar problem, what they're asking us is to find out the value of L at which the circuit resonates. Okay, the frequency they have given to be 500 radians per second. Now, like the previous problem, let's consider the condition for resonance. For that, what we'll do, let's consider this. Everybody with the solution. Yeah, in the solution, everybody. What are we going to have? What is the admittance there? Admittance is total admittance is Y. There are two branches. Okay, so let's take the total admittance. Everybody start taking this down because I'm going slow. So what is total admittance given by? It's Y equal to admittance of the branch where L is connected plus the admittance of the branch where C is connected. C is given, the two R's is given, but L is not given. That we need to find out. Fine. So let's directly do it here itself. What is YL? YL is 1 by impedance of ZL 1 by impedance of the branch where C is connected. Fine. So therefore our Y is going to be 1 by, fine. So what is it? 2 plus J omega L. You will understand that this is the impedance. The denominator is the impedance, and 1 by this impedance will give you admittance YL. Fine. Similarly, on the other side, they are in series. See, 5 ohms and minus J10 are in series. You just have to add them up. Okay, so fine. So how would that look like now? So it would be 1 by 5 minus J10. Everybody rationalize and get me that J in the denominator, in the numerator only. Fine. So how to do that? So it's 1 by 2 plus J omega L into 2 minus J omega L divided by 2 minus J omega L. Similarly, on the other term, it's 5 minus J10. Okay, so you would multiply and divide by 5 plus J10. Okay, so what would this be? You'll find 2 minus J omega L in the numerator, and in the denominator you'll find 2 square. Let me write that. 2 square plus omega square L square, and on the second term we'll find 5 plus J10, and in the denominator we'll find 5 square plus 10 square. This is how it comes up to. Okay, now let's further reduce it to proper form. Fine. So what is y happening to be? It's 2 minus j omega L divided by 4, okay, plus omega square L square plus 5 plus j10 divided by 5 square is 25, 10 square is 100. Okay, so 25 plus 100 would give you 125 equal to, so not equal to, that's equal to, yeah. Now what you have to separate? What you have to separate the imaginary and the real terms. Fine. So let's do that here. So this can further be written as 2 divided by 4 plus omega square L square. Okay. Then what? Plus the real part on the second term. It's 5 by 125. Fine. So this is the real part. Keep this as A. Okay. Plus J. What do you have here? Plus J. Plus J is 10 by 125 minus omega L divided by 4 plus omega square L square. Now what statement do we need to make here? What statement do we need to make? At resonance, we have to be talking about. Fine. At resonance, what is true? We know that at resonance, susceptance is zero. Let's make that statement here. At resonance, that is um, at omega equal to omega naught. Should we write that? No, since L is imaginary, since L is variable, let's not write this. At resonance, susceptance is zero, right? Therefore, we have 10 by 125 equal to omega L divided by 4 plus omega square L square. I've just skipped one. Okay, I have made this zero. I made this part zero once. Okay, then I have sent one the negative part onto the right hand side. Fine. Now, how would this look like? So you would find a quadratic equation. Okay. So what is that quadratic equation equal to? Fine. Let's see that. Now, take this onto the left hand side. Okay, and take this onto the right hand side like this. So you are doing this and doing this. Fine. So it would be 40 plus 10. Let's see this as this. Fine. Plus, because we are talking about quadratic equation, right? So this is the square term plus 125 omega L equal to 0. Let's bring it into the proper form. Okay, what is that proper form? It's 10 omega L whole square yeah, it's 10 omega L whole square plus 125 omega L plus 40 is constant. So can you give me the solution for omega L? Once you have omega L, we are given F there. So 2 pi F you can substitute and you can easily obtain L. Can you go on everybody? Do it yourself.
125 omega L.
How much? Yeah, 125 omega L. Yeah, somebody said something I didn't listen to. Okay, go on, everybody. Minus b plus or minus b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. Do that. So therefore, omega L would look like 125 plus or minus, let's take, we'll get two values of L. Okay, the root of 125 square, okay, minus 4a and c, yes, divided by what? 2 into a divided by 2a, yes. Yeah, just work out and see what you get your omega L to be. Can anybody give me the answer? Anybody have the answer with you? Therefore, omega L would look like 125 plus or minus square root of what? 14025. What is this? It is 118.427. Okay, divided by 20. So therefore, our omega L happens to be what? 12 point, anybody? 12.17 is one value, or omega L could even be 0.3286. Fine, omega L, why I am giving the unit as ohms? Because J omega L is the reactance. Omega L is the magnitude of that reactance, and that is happening to be reactance only. That means it will have the same unit as resistance. Okay. So how to obtain L from this? So therefore, L is 12.17 divided by omega, or 0.3286 divided by omega. Okay, so omega is 2 pi f, so that's 12.17. 2 pi into f is given to be what? F is given there to be equal to omega is given. Sorry, it's not f. Omega itself is given there, so it would be easier. Omega itself is given, and that is given to be 500 radians per second, or 0.3286 divided by 500 radians per second. So what value of L we would have in the process? So L would be this. So therefore, L is equal to 24.3534 millihenry, or 0.6572 millihenry. So this is what is our L, for which the circuit would resonate. We can conclude saying that the circuit would resonate for the above two values of, take down this. Therefore, the given circuit, you can say. Therefore, the given circuit resonates the above two values of L when when omega is 500 radians per second. So if you have L 24.34 millihenry also, it resonates. When you have it to be equal to 0.6572 millihenry also, the circuit resonates. So there are two values of L at which the circuit would resonate when omega is 500 radians per second. Okay with that, everybody? Now let's move on to another problem. Let's go on now. Everybody copy this. This is problem number. What is it, problem number? Yeah, let's take this as problem number 5. Okay, everybody go on. I hope you're copying it. I've been going a little slow. Okay, so you should be able to copy it down. So problem number 5, determine the value of, very similar problem. Go on, everybody. Determine the value of RC, R subscript C, for which the circuit, for which the following circuit, for which the following circuit resonates. What is the circuit given? Fine. Then you have another R, which is in series with C. They have given the circuit, okay, and they've given that this resistance is 3 ohms. This is J12 ohms. This is the RC they are asking us to find out, R subscript C, and the capacitor is given to be, capacitive reactance is given to minus J 12.5 ohms. And everybody should be able to make out this. See, whenever we write the reactance of the inductor, it comes with plus J, and the reactance of the capacitor comes with minus J. Okay, because the reactance of C would have J in the denominator and reactance of L would have J in the numerator. Okay, so this is something that we have to keep observing. That will make our memory good, understanding better. Fine. Can you go on now? Very similar problem. Very similar problem. Fine. Yeah. Attempt it yourself, everybody. I'm doing it, but you can do it yourselves and you can check your answers. Okay. Keep doing it. You'll be very confident if you get it on your own. Okay. The total admittance again. The total admittance. Fine. So what it would look like? It's Y given by YL plus YC. YL is 1 by 3 plus J12. Okay, then you have this to be 1 divided by RC plus, or it's RC minus J 12.5. Okay, so rationalize. After rationalizing, you'll find this to be 3 minus J12 divided by 3 square plus 12 square plus RC plus J 12.5 divided by RC squared plus 12.5 squared. Okay, so what you would get this to be equal to. So now we have to separate the imaginary and real terms. Okay, separating imaginary and real terms, we'll find that to be equal to 3 divided by 9 plus 144. So that's 153 plus RC divided by RC square. What is 12.5 square? Is 156.25. 156.25. I hope everybody has arranged for the calculator. Okay, if you don't have, it's better you buy, because throughout the semester you have to have a calculator, and it's very important for electronics people, because most of the subjects you'll be solving problems. Okay, now, so what would be this imaginary term equal to? Equal to 12.5 divided by RC squared plus 156.25, okay, minus 12 minus 12 divided by 153. It's not allowing me to write it over there. I'll rather do it below here. So imaginary part would be minus 12 by 153. Okay, so at resonance, we have 12.5 divided by RC square plus 156.25 minus 12 by 153 equal to 0. Okay, so this would give me this equation if you worked out. I hope you're all doing that. It's RC squared plus 156.25 equal to 159.375. Okay, therefore RC squared would be 3.125. Fine. So what would be the square root of that? Therefore RC is 1.7677. So why not two values of R, you can ask me. R here, you should have plus or minus this, right? But we go with plus this because there will not be minus R. Okay, so this is what our RC would be. Okay, this is what is our RC. Get that? Now, now we shall take one more problem. So therefore, this is the RC. So this is the RC for which the circuit resonates. You can conclude that here. Fine. Let's take another problem of the similar type. Okay, and you'll be able to solve it yourselves. Okay, I think this type of problems are all over. Okay, I have two more problems which are little different. Let's take that. Copy down everybody. A circuit has an inductive reactance. Everybody copy that. Problem number 6. A circuit has an inductive reactance. Everybody copy down this reactance of 20 ohms at 50 hertz. Fine. In series with in series with a resistance of in series with a resistance of 15 ohms. Okay. For an applied voltage for an applied voltage of 200 volts of 200 volts at 50 hertz. Calculate what A under that phase angle phase between I and V, I and V, the current and the voltage. Okay. Question number B under that, the current. Okay. C under that is the value of the shunting capacitance. The value of shunting shunting capacitance means the parallel capacitor. Shunting capacitor to bring the circuit to resonance. We're left with 10 minutes. You can, those who have not given your attendance can give your attendance. Okay. I hope we'll be able to solve this problem within that. Shunting capacitor to bring the circuit to resonance. To bring the circuit to resonance. Fine. Now, one thing that we need to be little careful about is the value of reactance they have given. They have given XL, they have given value to be 20 ohms. See here, reactance of 20 ohms. Okay, so here there is no J. We need to take J when we are dealing with it. Fine. So sometimes they do it. Okay, XL they have given to be 20 ohms, they say. Fine. Let's see how it works out now. Now omega L itself they have given to be 20. They have taken the magnitude. Fine. So let's not bother about it. Fine. So let's first write the equations. Okay. So what is that? They have asked. There's a circuit has an inductive reactance of 20 ohms in series with resistance of 15 ohms. So that is what they have said in the solution. Let's understand the problem. Okay. So what they have told us is we have a resistance, okay, and the reactance of 20 ohms. Fine. Reactance is omega L they have given. Omega L is the reactance. Okay, and they have given to be 20 ohms. How did we understand this is omega L, not J omega L? Because there is no J term here. It's that simple. Okay, and they have given us the resistor, our resistance R, and this is 15 ohms. And what they have done for an applied voltage of 200 volts. See here, for an applied voltage, so they are applying an voltage across this. Okay, so this has got the frequency means that's AC. So what is the voltage they are applying? It's 200 volt, 50 hertz supply. Everybody understand this? Now, what is the first question? Phase angle between I and V they are saying. So how to find out the I now? Anybody? How to find out I there? Take down this. How to find out I? First one is they are asking the phase angle between what I and V. So we need to have a I flowing here. Fine, this is V, mind you, this is V applied voltage. If we find out I, then we'll be able to understand what is the phase angle between this and this. What is the phase? This is, suppose you have to express this V in terms of the complex number. How would you express that? It is 200. So V is given to be here 200 at an angle 0 degree, because there is no angle is not there, so it's 0 degree. Fine. Similarly, what I would get, and what would be the phase angle between, what would this angle be? Okay, is what they're asking. So how to find out I in the first place? It is I is given by V by Z. Understand that? Now it's B is given to be 200 at an angle 0 degree. Z we know. What is Z? Z is R plus J omega L. Now we have to consider this J, mind you, we have to consider this J because they are asking us the phase angle. Fine. So if you don't consider this J, will not get the phase angle of I, of of Z rather. Okay, so that's why we have to consider this. Fine. So it's 200 at an angle 0 degree. Mind you, this is very important. This J here, R plus J omega L. Okay, R is 15 plus J omega L is they have given, so that is 20. So what would this be? So if you calculate this, okay, you would get this in A plus JB form first, which the answer for that I don't have. A plus JB, you see what A plus JB form you have. In A plus JB, what you have, and this A plus JB, this needs to be converted into what? Polar form. This is rectangular form. You'll get the answer in rectangular form. You have to keep that in polar form. Everybody understand that? You know how to do that? You know how to do that? If you get the answer in A plus JB form, how to put that in R theta form? I'll be talking about that. Okay. You have your arrange for the calculators or by calculator. We'll be taking up that when we start the first module with KVL and KCL. Fine. So just now you just take your I would happen to be 8 at an angle minus 53.13 degree amperes. This is your I. Okay. What is V given? V given is here. V given is here. Okay. What is the phase difference between the D's? This is 0 degree. This is minus 53.13 degree. So therefore, the phase angle between, since just take that here, since V is 200 at an angle 0 degree volts, and I is 8 at an angle minus 53.13 degree amps. The phase angle between the phase angle between V and I is 53.13 degrees. So this is the phase angle. Everybody's okay with that? Now we found out the current also. So we have found out the current also. So what is that? That's question number. Finding out current is what? Finding out current is B, question number B. So this we have found out. So this is question number B. This is the answer for question number A. So we have found out the current also. Okay. And we have found out the phase angle also. Now what is that question number C? What is question number C? Value of shunt capacitance that needs to be connected across the circuit. Okay. To find the circuit in resonating condition. So that's C. Fine. So you have to rewrite the circuit. You have to rewrite the circuit now because we have to connect a shunting capacitance. Fine. So what would that be? You have this to be 15 ohms. Then you have this to be 20 ohms. This is 15 ohms, 20 ohms. Then you are connecting a shunt capacitance across this. Shunt means in parallel. Okay. C. Fine. And this is what we had earlier. What is that? 200 volt, 50 hertz supply. So now, can you give me what is value of C? Can you give me what is the value of C? You can do it the way we did earlier, okay? Or you can simply go with one equation. What type of circuit is this? Is what you need to look at. Now it's less than a minute. Okay, so we will stop. We'll take the same problem in the next class. So those who I request everybody to just try find this C yourself. Anyways, we'll be taking up that in the next class.